Focus closer home and shifting the spotlight to maximum city, that is Mumbai, where despite the Mumbai Municipal Corporation's orders that deaths be reported by hospitals within 48 hours, data reconciliation continues in Mumbai. Previously unreported deaths continue to be added to the daily bulletin, making it difficult to keep track of fresh COVID-19 cases and fatalities from the city. Every day the number of deaths are added from the previous days to the death count. Just on Monday, only 20 deaths were reported over the last 48 hours and 46 deaths were reported from previous days to July 22nd's bulletin. Now, to June 22nd's bulletin, beg your pardon. And now questions are being raised about the data reconciliation despite the end of a deadline that was also a week ago, with the opposition, that is mainly the BJP, accusing the government of hiding the actual numbers. Meanwhile, 70 patients who tested positive for COVID-19 have gone missing in North Mumbai area. The BMC has directed Mumbai cops to trace the missing patients. Radhika Ramaswamy is now joining us live on this story. Radhika, first up, let me ask you this. This continues to be a problem. It just seems that the BMC and the officials are always chasing. They are never ahead of the issue of COVID-19 in Mumbai.
That's right. You know, in terms of be it the medical infrastructure, be it in terms of containment, or now be it in terms of data reconciliation, there always seems there is a discrepancy. They are lagging behind. You know, there's no structure, there's no streamlining of process, or rather the processes are done much later. It's too little too late as far as many of the actions by the BMC is concerned. But the one good news that we've been, something that we've been witnessing over the last couple of days is that the number of cases, at least in the city of Mumbai, is dropping. We are talking about 1,000 cases. Yesterday it was close to 1,000, and it's been less than 1,500 over the last couple of days, and it is dropping. Although the number of cases in Maharashtra continues to be on a hike. We are talking about more than 3,000, more than 3,700 cases on an average, especially over the last couple of days. So that's the only silver lining we can talk about as far as Mumbai cases are concerned, a slight dip. But yes, as far as deaths are concerned, it's on a high. More than 6,200 deaths in Maharashtra, of which more than 3,700 in the city of Mumbai alone. In fact, there was a day when this reconciliation exercise was, set to be completed, which was sometime last week. Almost 1,400 deaths were added, of which 800 were from the city of Mumbai alone, and those were all pending deaths. Even now, on an everyday basis, we are seeing pending deaths being added. Therefore, there is a discrepancy in the data because we are not able to ascertain the dip and rise on an everyday basis simply because pending data is being added into Mumbai or in other parts of the state on an everyday basis. So, but the BMC officials say that this is an ongoing process and it will be streamlined soon. That's.
But the deadline was a week ago. Where is the problem? Why are hospitals underreporting deaths, or is the BMC finally coming to grasp? Because the BMC was assuring beds. You did the story where you said where the BMC said we will. You just need to call us. We will assign the beds. We are going to be proactive. We are going to chase the patient now. But they are not even able to get on top of the number of deaths and reconcile them properly. A week ago, the deadline was, correct me if I'm wrong, sometime last Tuesday or Wednesday was the deadline.
Yes, there is a clear miscommunication between the hospitals and the BMC. This is something that even BMC has agreed upon, which is why when the state government saw that, the figures are not reconciliated, numbers are not adding up, and asked the BMC to come up clean on the figures, that's when the BMC sent notices to all the hospitals, and then came up saying that at least 40 hospitals in the city of Mumbai have not, given the figure of death to the BMC officials. That is something that they spoke about after the state government cracked the whip on them. So yes, there is clear miscommunication, and also one of the other things is, like you said, yesterday the BMC commissioner on record said if people are not able to find beds, then they are not supposed to call the hospitals. They are supposed to call our helplines. And even before they could call, we will reach out to the positive patients. So he is saying that there shouldn't be any communication between patients and hospitals, which is bizarre because most of the patients are not even aware of these helplines. The first thing they do is call up the hospitals.
Right.
And hospitals have to encourage these callers as well. They have to give them the information. There's no way that they can be denied of giving the information to patients. So yes, there is a clear miscoordination as far as BMC is concerned.
Well, Radhika, I request you to stay on with me because we are trying to see if we can get in touch with Mahesh Tapse of the NCP and try and understand what's happening. China NC of the BJP with us on the phone line. China NC, if they don't know the number of dead, how can we actually trust the number of active cases and what is actually being reported by the BMC in Mumbai?
So firstly, there's a gross miscommunication between the BMC and the state government. I'd like to only correct on one point. It was the opposition that raised the issue because the death audit committee, which was set up by the state government itself, had been formed for the same reason, to say that where are the deaths in which part of the state, and this went down from district level to the municipal corporations. Despite that, forget 7 days, forget 15 days, we are here months later still trying to determine who were the COVID deaths and who were the non-COVID deaths. So many cases of missing identities in the city of Mumbai. So I think that this lack of administrative failure that we see is not just limited to the BMC, but it is that of the state government as well. Now, rather than making this a political point, let's understand that people who are not testing, you cannot even come to know if they are COVID positive or not. So it is a 3T, which is tracing, testing, and then treatment. Unfortunately, in the state of Maharashtra and in the city of Mumbai, even the testing has been so low. So you are not even aware of what is the ground reality. The only savior is
the testing is one
Aarogya
aspect.
Setu
Testing is one aspect.
The
Shana, testing is one aspect. Because Radhika has been doing this story and she's been tracking this along with Vinay very regularly here and continuously here at CNN News 18. I'm going to ask Radhika once again. Radhika, it's more than 3 months that Mumbai has been grappling with COVID-19 cases. How is it that the BMC has still not figured out a system to ensure that there is proper reconciliation and there is no underreporting? It just seems that the BMC has no clue what is happening across majority of the hospitals.
When the entire outbreak began, there were hardly, 100 beds. And then, of course, the number of beds increased. It increased to 7,000. Now it stands at around 11,000. But is nowhere in proportion to the number of cases that we are seeing on an everyday basis. Of course, the BMC is talking about augmenting beds. It is coming up with super speciality COVID hospitals in BKC, another speciality hospital in Baikala. But it looks like it is too little, too late at the moment, because these are some of the, infrastructural activities that should have been done several months before, because we have seen many occasions where people were denied beds, people were waiting for beds and died because of as a result of that. So therefore the dearth in beds is a serious problem as far as the BMC hospitals or the private hospitals are concerned. When we spoke to many of these private hospitals, I dialed 6 private hospitals, which are the biggest ones, and also 3 prominent BMC hospitals as well. All of them had to say only one thing, that there are no beds, no ward beds, no ICU beds, and they asked me to call back later, check on a later time, it's wait listed. So even now, although the the BMC commissioner is telling me that, there is a miscommunication. We are the ones who allot them beds. If they call us, we will tell them where to go to. But then the fact remains that 93% of the beds, 93% of ICU beds and almost 90% of ward beds in the hospitals are completely occupied. And there are COVID care centers for asymptomatic people, which are large in number. But when it comes to serious COVID patients or critical care patients, there aren't enough beds, and that is the truth. Even
well,
through BMC
it's not just about the beds. I'm just saying people who have been admitted. Once, if there are deaths, unfortunate, there has to be a tagging. This tagging should have been done immediately so that you can track the number of cases and the areas from where these deaths have happened, these patients have come, so that there can be and also the patients' families know about the deaths. This has to be. How can you not have a reconciliation of the number of deaths because of COVID? Mahesh Tapse of the NCP is with us. Mahesh Tapse, what is going on? How are we not on top of the numbers and the cases and tracking COVID-19 in Mumbai?
Let me assure you that whatever deaths that...
Yes, Mahesh Tapse, go ahead, please.
Yeah, this is Mahesh Tapase here.
Yeah, Mahesh
Let me
Tapase, go ahead,
assure you that whatever best possible medical care that can be made available to patients and citizens at large is being taken care of. I do agree that there are certain issues with the BMC, certain issues maybe with some state government hospitals in the rural hinterlands of Maharashtra. But at the outset, we all have to understand that such a large pandemic has gripped the whole country, and all of us have been totally caught unaware, whether it's the BMC, whether it's the Delhi Municipal Corporation, or maybe Rajasthan or some other part of southern India or northeast India, whatever. But we have to fight it out together. See, let's not get into the blame game. This is a pandemic. The whole world is facing it. Our economies have collapsed. In time to come, next 6 months down the line, we don't know who's going to be there, who's not going to be there.
No, it's not that. It's nobody's playing a blame game. It is Mumbai. Mumbai was supposed to be on top of it. The BMC does not seem to know how many dead are there. Why are hospitals not reporting the numbers properly? The BMC requested hospitals to open up shutters. They did not do it. For about 3-4 weeks, they dilly-dallied. The BMC itself did not know what to do. So there is a serious concern about if we don't know the number of dead and that's not reconciled, can we be sure of the number of tests and the number of cases that are being reported? That's a question. In terms of coordination, why are hospitals not saying call up BMC? They are saying bed nahi hai, 15 din ka waiting list hai, 15 patient already wait kar rahe hain. We've got all of that on record, Mahesh Tapase.
Exactly. That's the exact submission that I made, that the whole country has been gripped by this corona pandemic, and we with whatever best facility that we have got, there are still going to be lacunas. I mean, here, are we going to find the lacunas, or are we going to see how best the patient is given treatment and he's
but one of the richest civic bodies in this part of the world should have had the foresight that this is what we're going to see in a city which has got a density of population of 20,000 people per square kilometer. Mahesh Tapase, that is what we are expecting. See, we can have this discussion about we are all coming to grips with it. 3 weeks into the first 2-3 weeks we can talk about it, Mahesh Tapase. But when we have learnings from New York, when we have learnings from other cities across the world, and then 3 months into 3 to 4 months into COVID-19, we should not be having this conversation is my submission. Thank you very much. I have to move on. Mahesh Tapase, Shaina NC and Radhika Ramaswamy. Thank you very much. Plenty of ground to cover here on Nation at 5.